Hello everybody, welcome back to our HTML and CSS tutorial. In the previous episode, we have discussed how to create links and subpages into a website, and in this episode, we are going to learn how to add images into our website. First of all, I need you to make sure that your image and your website files are in the same directory, that is, they are in the same folder. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see, my index.html and my style.css are in the same folder as my image. This is the image that we are going to add today. They are in the same folder, new class. That is what I want you also to have. Let's go back into our text editor now. And this will be the image that I'm going to add into our website today. You can have your own image, but you just need to make sure you follow every step exactly like I did. And to add an image into our code, we need to call the image tag like this. And we will write the name of our image in our source like this. And the name of our image, my own, is purple AI.jpg. Also, there is something I want you to know. My image is a JPG image, as you can see. That is why I added the extension of .jpg. Some of you will not be having the same image extension as me. So to know your image extension, you just need to go back into the folder that your image is, and then you right click, go to properties, and you will find the extension of your image right here. You need to make sure that the extension of your image and the extension you are going to be putting inside the text editor matched, because that is the only way your image is going to work. Some of you will be having a .png image and some will be having different images extensions. Just make sure that you put the right extension for your image. Let's go back into our text editor now. And for the alt attribute right here, let's assume for some reasons my image is not to be loaded inside our browser. The alt attribute will provide an explanation of what my image is to the viewers. And for this image, since this is the image, it's a purple image of a person wearing VR, let me just give it a little description, something that will explain what my image is, even if it cannot be loaded for some reasons into our browser. Let me just say picture of a person in purple wearing VR, like this. And let's save it. Let's go into our browser and refresh like this. And as you can see, our image has been added into our browser, but the size of the image is very big. And we can go into our CSS and resize the image like this. Let's go back into our code and let's go into our CSS file. I've already linked it. So let's say let's first trigger the image like this, and for the width of the image, let's say width like this. Let's give it a 50% width, for example. I will explain everything after I finish, but first let's write the code first. And let's make sure our image is in the middle of our browser, because let me show you something. If I'm to save my styling and go back into our browser and refresh, as you can see, just by making the width of our image to 50%, it has reduced the size of our image, and now our image is in the left side of our browser, and I want to make sure that our image is in the center. And to do that, let's add more styling to the image. And let's say for the display, let's give it a display. Let's give it a block display like this, and let's give it a margin left like this, margin left. Let's give it an auto margin. Also for the margin right, let's also give it an auto so that it will be in the middle of our browser. And if we are to save it like this and go back into our browser and refresh, you will see our image has changed its location from the left side of our browser to the center. And what I do in our styling is that I give our image width of 50%. The entire width of our browser from this side to this side is 100%, and I make sure that our image cover 50% of that width, which means from here to here is 25%, and from also here to here is 25%, and I just assign it in the middle. So this is how you add image into a website, and this will be the end of today's lesson. I hope to see you in the next one. If you are new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notification so that you won't miss out the next episode.